I'm Chris,
And I'm Austin.
and welcome to Topper Nation News. Welcome back to Topper Nation News. I'm Chris again,
And I'm Austin.
and thank you for joining us at Topper Nation News once again. First, we're going to start off with the word of the day. The word of the day is analysis, which is breaking down the parts to understand the whole. I was to give them an analysis of what happened this Friday.
Them Topper boys finna eat against Glen Cliff, and we going to Glen Cliff. That's all I got to say.
Well, after you all are awake, let's turn it over to Evan and Wyatt.
That was a very interesting intro.
He's got spirit. That's what our school needs.
That's what our school needs.
You gotta have spirit too, everybody.
I'm Wyatt,
I'm Evan.
and welcome back to the news. First bit of news today is quite sad. There's a shooting in Antioch at a church. There's one death and about 6 injured. Our thoughts are with the families of those afflicted. And I hear that we have some really not lighthearted news from you, Evan.
We do actually. So there was a community college student in Maryland who recently was going to a test, but on her way there, she had an idea that her teacher was giving out cheat sheets for the test.
Mm-hmm.
But what he didn't specify is the size of them. So what she did, she brought in a poster board with all of the answers on it.
See, that's just smart. That's not cheating. That is smart right there.
Smart lady. She's going places.
She is going places.
going places.
Now we're gonna turn it back to Austin and Chris for the sports.
Thank you guys for that. Well, I'm glad next time my teacher gives me a cheat sheet, I'll make sure to get a poster board for that. Well, let's talk about some sports. Let's get to the good stuff. So, how do you feel first? First, we're going to go with Melo to OKC, playing with Paul George and Russell Westbrook. Do you want to start off? You want to start it off?
As an OKC fan, what this does to the West does nothing but make it stronger. I'm an Oklahoma fan, and all I see is Russell Westbrook getting talent around him. And we talking about Mr. Triple Double?
All right, Stephen A., calm down. Calm down, Stephen
Boy,
A.
just hey. It just makes me happy to see something. You know, it's exciting. I'm excited to watch this. It's gonna be like to see. Okay, you got Russell Westbrook, which he is a willing passer. He's willing, obviously, to average a triple double, and then you got Paul George, who's a good supporting star, and now he can.
Supporting star.
Supporting star.
That might be a little too far.
He's gonna have to. He's taking the back door to Russell Westbrook and Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony, who was ranked 69 behind Lonzo Ball, a rookie. Oh man. But what you think, Chris? I want to hear this.
Well, I think I don't know if they can beat the Warriors, but I think they'll make it to 6 games at least. Because with that team, that's a very good team. You got Melo, Paul George, you got Russell Westbrook all on the same team. Those are 3 dominant players in their respective conference. So now that they're all on the same team, that just makes it even better for them. Hopefully they all get a ring.
You know the funny thing is, East isn't gonna have no All-Star game potential, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the fact that, I think that it's an excellent trade because the Thunder obviously got over on them. They got Melo, and then in return for the Knicks got Enes Kanter, they got Doug McDermott,
And a second-round pick.
And a second-round pick, which it could be garbage or he can be good. So,
all right, so let's move on to the college football.
okay.
So we got Vandy versus Alabama, the complete annihilation of the Commodores here in Nashville. This is gonna be a real quick topic because it was very bad.
Roll Tide, they rolled over them. In simple terms, they just steamrolled them. They completely obliterated them. Like I don't understand how this is even possible. They're just a better team.
The anchors were definitely down. I can tell by the way they were playing.
Yeah.
So next we're gonna go with the upset. One of the upsets: Oklahoma State versus TCU. Oklahoma State was ranked top 10, and TCU was top 15. So many people, I don't think it was a big upset because TCU's always had firepower on the offensive end. But it was just a matter of who would get a stop first, and it seemed like TCU was playing better defense than Oklahoma State. They're both high-scoring teams.
In my opinion, if there's 2 ranked teams, I don't claim it as an upset. I mean, because anybody can win on any given day, given the right offensive firepower and just having a good night on the defensive
So with
end.
you saying that, would you say 25 beating a number 1, would that be an upset?
That's a complete upset. But I'm okay. You got me there. But what I'm saying is, it's still not the same as TSU beating Alabama.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Something that'll never happen, but I see what you're saying. So another upset of the weekend: FSU, NC State.
Hey, NC State has proven, even with basketball, that they're not to be truly slept
Nah,
on.
the NC State's
But
should not be even in the comparison.
But I think
with Florida State.
with Francois going down, the Florida State isn't as strong as they've been at the quarterback position.
Mm-hmm.
The second string quarterback is not quite as talented as Francois, but they're trying to make a recovery. I don't think they're, like I said, when he got hurt, their title contingencies have completely went away.
He didn't even look good in like the opener when he was playing. He didn't look like he did last year. He's been through a lot. He's taken a lot of hits and stuff, but he just didn't look like the same quarterback everybody saw last year.
But I think he just has to warm up into the things. I mean, it was the first game. He was playing an elite competition. It's not like he started off playing a sorrier team.
Yeah.
He played an elite team. In fact, maybe the best team in the game today. And a dynasty of an Alabama team with Nick Saban at the helm. I think that he wasn't ready for that.
So on to the game of the week. Penn State versus Iowa. And in most cases, people think Saquon Barkley, he's probably going to be in the Heisman candidate. He's probably going to be a Heisman candidate. He had a monster game.
The running back?
Yeah, so let's roll the highlights.
Game under the lights at Kinnick Stadium, where it's really hard to win, even if you are a top 5 ranked team. Remember, Iowa's won the last 3 times they've had a top 5 ranked opponent there. Kids getting waves there in the Iowa Children's Hospital, the best new tradition in all of college football. Final minute of the half, thanks to a safety, Penn State's up 5-0. When that happens, McSorley gets hit while throwing, and Josie Jewell, the man Chuck was talking about, gets the pick, returns it to the 21-yard line, and on the ensuing play, Nate Stanley looks to Nick Easley, and boom. Just like that, Iowa takes a lead into halftime despite losing the total yards battle 221-54. But here is a brief glimpse at what Saquon Barkley was doing, Howard, that was impressing the entire country.
No doubt, off the charts. You talk about having a lot of Heisman moments. This is one of them. Does a great job of going through the tacklers, then tight roping the sidelines. So explosive as a back.
He was jump cutting left and right. He would make 6, 7, 8 moves on a single play. A 44-yard run for a first down, puts him over 3,000 yards, 211 rushing yards on the day. Gets a pitch from McSorley for a first down, and I mean, just the moves are remarkable. And Penn State ends up 15-7 with the lead in the fourth quarter, thanks in large part to number 26, Saquon Barkley. That play right there, by the way, illustration needed. It was reviewed. The touchdown stands as called. But the Hawkeyes, with that home crowd, they love themselves some Chuck Long. They love themselves some comebacks. And they love Akram Wadley, Chuck. 70 yards right here.
70 yards, and they busted the coverage. Jason Cabinda should have had him out of the backfield. They didn't. You know, with his speed, he's going to score.
They go for 2 and fail, so it's 15-13. Penn State with the lead. Nittany Lions get the ball. McSorley on a 3rd and 6. Looks for Barkley, open in the flat. A perfect time for the weave. Flying over his defender. This is why it might be his Heisman game. Under 3 minutes left now. Later in the drive, a 4th and 8. It's a 31-yard field goal. Ooh. No, sir. Blocked by Anthony Nelson, and the Hawkeyes get the ball. They got a field goal, and they can win it in the final 2 minutes. Unless they do this. Akram Wadley says field goal, schmield goal. We're going 35 for the score, but Penn State has time on the clock. 24 seconds left. McSorley, nothing doing, so he flips it over there to Saquon, who jukes past Jewell for a first down and gets out of bounds. They get a 1st and goal, 2nd and goal, 3rd and goal. Final play of the game with 4 seconds left. McSorley over the middle to Jawan Johnson. Your game-winning touchdown and the first touchdown catch of Jawan Johnson's career. Penn State ranked in the top 5, kicking with joy as they get
We just
a
want to give a
win
special shout out to the Big
late.
Ten Network for allowing us to use their highlights over the game to give us coverage of the game. But on our last thought, we're going to say basketball season, 46 days to the Jamboree. Hope to see you all there.
Let's get it!
And back to Evan and Wyatt.
Huffenberg.
Thanks, Austin and Chris. What happened in entertainment news this week, Wyatt?
One of our big box office news today is the Kingsman sequel has dethroned It at the box office.
Really?
The long reign of the big horror movie is finally over. Kingsman opened with about $39 million opening weekend box office, while It is still struggling about $29 million. However, that didn't stop It from fully encompassing over the new Lego movie, Lego Ninjago.
Yeah.
Lego Ninjago opened at a disappointing $20 million, so they got to really pick it up if you want to get back.
Gotta get that momentum.
Yeah. Now here you have some Star Wars news for
I
us.
do. Well, Star Wars The Last Jedi has finally finished production. They've already given us a date for it. It's going to be 3 days before, December 15th, 3 days before the, what was the other? New Hope? Force Awakens. Force Awakens came out.
There we go. It's been a long day. And I think finally, there's a bit of news on TV. Star Trek's coming back. It came back the first season, the first episode I think aired like a couple days ago.
That's right.
didn't
Star
it?
Trek Discovery just has a new series coming out. They just put out their premiere. You can find it on Xfinity, your cable TV, and Hulu.
Yeah, really excited for it. Oh, I think their camera died.
That's okay.
Yeah, we're sorry for the inconvenience, guys.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope to see you again. Have a great day.
Out.
Oh, I guess they're out.
Peace.